Join me as I tackle Helsinki's Kallio Church with just 3 colors. A limited palette chosen entirely on purpose. Probably. Enjoy this time lapse of layered washes, problem solving, and the illusion that I knew what I was doing the whole time. Today I'm working on a watercolor painting of the Kallio Church near downtown Helsinki, Finland. And I'm using some unusual colors. I actually found a purple color in a Korean art supply store when I was over there. It was a Winsor color. I didn't even know the name of it. It's a really old label, and I checked it out, and the paint was discontinued like 13 years ago. So it's this random purple, tone gold, and I'm throwing some of ultramarine blue into here also. So it's a purple, yellow, and a blue. And I'm just starting with big shapes. I started with the sky wash in the background, and I'm just coming in here, and I'm just trying to create a mood. What I'm doing is I'm just put down that color, with big shapes, and then dry that completely. Coming here now, I'm starting to work on the Kallio Church. I'm using a lot of the purple and the blue again. Because at this point in time, the Quinadricone gold isn't going to do a whole lot except just gray things down. So this is mainly just going to be way back and forth between the blue and the gold. I did throw some Sodalite Genuine into the foreground also because it's a very granulating color. And I'm just working section by section now. I'm going to the church, doing some of the details. When one section's wet, I turn the paper around and I work on the other section. I'm going to start working on the building on the left-hand side, which is going to be the big albatross in this whole painting here. I know it. Most of the detail is going to be in the church. I want that to be where your eye goes. It's kind of working our way down here, and then over to this other side of the building here. There's a lot of detail in this building, so I'm really trying to simplify. There's tons and tons of architectural shapes and lines, and it's a giant mess. I don't want to have to deal with all that. We're just trying to get the impression of it, not all the details. Do some windows. When you're doing windows, I'm not trying to make them perfect. I'm trying to make them kind of funky. I don't really copy the picture too much. I just want to get, just a design. I think it's a window because it's a geometric shape. It's obviously a building, so it's got to have windows, unless it's a prison. And then, just work our way around here. I'll start to get to the cars in the foreground here in just a second. More details. This is the sort of thing I think is fun at the beginning, and then I get halfway through it, and I'm like, man, what did I get myself into? But then when it's done, I'm like, oh, that was totally worth it. It's like running a marathon, or it's not that I've ever run a marathon, or like biking 60 miles. Like, you get 5 or 6 miles into it, and you're just uncomfortable. Because your end hurts, and then after a while, it just goes numb. And it is great to finish, of course. I went off on a tangent there. Oh, just doing some more details. Now, this is the hard part, the big shadow in the foreground here. I've got kind of one chance to get that right. You want to have the shadows as it gets further away from the source a little bit lighter. So I'm trying to lighten up the shadow and like the shadows in the middle there. And then I'm getting into some darker areas here. The shadows is what really bring things together. And that's kind of the scary part because you've got kind of one chance to do that. Go back and forth over that gold, the Quinadricone gold, which is a stainer. It will pull off the paper though. And if you're mixing purple and yellow, it's going to make mud on you. More details, more windows. I actually realized the building is too light though. I mentioned earlier that's going to be an issue. I'm going to have to come into here. I'm going to have to fix that today in the studio. More details. I really like the cars in the background though. They're just suggested. And that's where I'm getting to now. I'm getting to the cars in the background and the foreground. It's just you just got to get the shapes right. And that's the hardest thing with cars. And there's a biker on the right-hand side enjoying his 3 weeks of finished hot summer. Bike right there. And of course, if you got the bike there in the sunlight, you got to have a shadow on it. Here's a shadow, and I didn't like the biker, so I wiped it off. I'm going to start all over again. Fix it. And then coming into here again, the background. More details, more details. But it starts to read as a street scene, I hope. My son and I stayed just down the street from this place when we were in Finland. Actually, I enjoyed Helsinki. It's an interesting city because it's kind of, there's not like a big central area like in a lot of European cities because it's built on like 50 islands, I guess. There's lots of bridges. It's pretty though. It's very efficient, easy to get around. Language is a nightmare. I didn't learn any Finnish. I was only there for a couple days. I thought, oh, maybe it's something a little bit like German. I can practice German. Nope, it's not like German at all. Swedish is. I can see I'm just going back and forth here, making adjustments. So I get it where I wanted to. Drinking some more coffee. Trying to fix that biker again, which I kept screwing up. And I tried to put a little bit of white paint on top of it for the highlights and I realized that didn't look white enough. Doing a little bit of spattering. What I actually ended up doing was taking my razor blade and cutting off the white paint back to the white of the paper. That looks so much whiter than trying to use white paint. Well, I thought I was done with the painting. I took it home. I was looking at it in the dark and I just saw the values and I realized that there were some issues with it. First off, I think the building on the left-hand side, this is way too light and that's competing with the person and the person on the bicycle in the highlights. What I decided to do was I was going to just darken down the building. And my next step is to come into here and with just a layer of the purple and the blue and just put that on top of the building. And we're just glazing right now. So try not to go back and forth too much. Otherwise, you're going to lift off the color you put down previously. Put the color on top, go section by section, let it dry, paint around the window so I don't get blurry edges. I still want to have some detail in the building, of course, but I don't want to have that become one of the focal points because of the detail. I want the person on the bicycle to be the focal point because that's going to be the point of highest contrast in this entire painting. I'm just going section by section in the building here. I'm trying not to go back into wet paint, turning it around so I don't go back into wet paint. I'm doing the far left-hand corner of this now. Just working my way up, painting around the details in the buildings. If you glaze over something that's dark, it is going to have a tendency to lift off a lot of the color. So the dark areas, I'm just painting around it. I do think that this step helped it quite a bit because now your eye really goes towards the point of maximum contrast where the biker is and that light coming down. So sometimes you think you're done with a painting, you look at it, realize you got to fix it. If you spend all this time on the painting, there's no point in not fixing it. So just give it a couple more minutes, take it back to the studio and make those few adjustments. It's going to make a painting go from blah to wow. Thanks for watching me wrangle Callio Church using a tiny palette and questionable decisions. 3 colors, lots of layers, and somehow it all worked. Proof that watercolor occasionally cooperates out of pity. If you enjoyed this content, please hit subscribe. If you're interested in all the materials used in this painting, check out the YouTube description below. Thank you for watching, and happy painting.